Hello, lads and lasses, and welcome back to Boys Down Underwear. Yes, I am back. My trials are over. I've got like a 7-8 week exam till my final exams. The content is back. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. The return of Boys Down Under properly. Before we go any further though, if you guys want to help support the channel, the best way to do so is to click that like button and click that subscribe button. But without further ado, let's get into it. So, streaming services. I, for one, despise them. I wholeheartedly hate the new age of giving away rights to competitions to various different networks. And I know you guys in the UK have it pretty bad over there, and you have pretty much the same issues as we have down here in Australia, but listen to this, right? For me and for the many other Celtic fans, not in Australia, and I'm sure it goes for globally as well, for any country bar the UK and Ireland, right? It's pretty bad. I'm going to talk specifically for Australia because I can't, talk about it for every country, but this for Australia, it's annoying. So for any Scottish competition, so those fixtures are shown on beIN Sports, which previously was Setanta Sports. So this includes the SPFL, the League Cup, and the Scottish Cup. Now, because beIN aren't primary broadcasters, they actually buy the rights from the primary broadcasters in the UK. So the designated Sky Sports match every week, that is shown by beIN. We also get the Premier Sports League Cup and Scottish Cup fixtures on beIN Sports as well, but not every single one, only a select few. And it's usually in the semi-final. It's usually all semi-final matches and all the finals, and also maybe one or two quarter-final matches if it's Celtic or Rangers. So we don't get every single domestic Celtic match here in Australia on TV, which is very frustrating to say the least. Now, we get access to beIN Sports through Foxtel. Well, my family does it through Foxtel. But you can also buy it outright with beIN Sports Connect, or you can watch it through KO, which a lot of people do, not wanting to buy Foxtel. Now, there is the option to buy Celtic TV, which where you can get for here in Australia every single SPFL match live in standard definition for $261 Australian dollars per year, or in high definition for $330 Australian dollars per year. Now, that does not include cup competitions or European football, and frankly, my family is not made out of money. We are not super well off where we can afford to pay that much money for Celtic TV, and we can't pay that much extra for high definition either, to be completely honest. Now, on the topic of Europe, all European competitions in Australia are shown on Stan Sport. Now, this is where it gets a bit confusing and a bit ridiculous for that matter as well. You cannot buy Stan Sport outright by itself. You have to purchase it as an add-on from Stan, which is a TV streaming service. So you have to buy Stan, which frankly doesn't have the best of TV shows. And then on top of that, then you can purchase Stan Sport for what is another, extra $10, $12, $15 a month. So you're back practically paying for two streaming services just to use one. And it's absolutely ridiculous. And you can see why services such as Hesgol are used so frequently, especially here in Australia, are used so frequently. Because you can pretty much get every single Celtic game in HD for absolutely nothing. Now, don't get me wrong, I want to put money back into the club, right? I want to help support the club. That's why I buy all my merch, the flags. Everything I own that is Celtic related or Celtic branded is bought directly from the Celtic store. But with Celtic TV, they are simply asking for too much and giving back too little. If European football fixtures were in that as well, shut up and take my money, But they're not. And they're also not offering the cup fixtures either. Plus, for HD, it costs an extra arm on top of that arm and a leg already being paid. And for you guys in the UK, I know you are in a very similar boat. You have Champions League fixtures on BT Sport, you have the Sky Sport Premiership fixture, you have your Premier Sports streaming services for the cup fixtures. I don't think you get access to Celtic offering the Celtic TV deal. I'm not sure if you guys get access to that or not. But it's really ridiculous in the whole grand scheme of things, because I was watching, I believe it was 67 Hail Hail, or reading somewhere. You guys in the UK have no legal way to watch the Ross County match this weekend, which is absolutely appalling. The fact that you can't watch your team legally play. You can't watch. I get. Let's rephrase this to make it so for everyone to understand how grand this is. The best team in Scotland, Celtic FC. You cannot watch their match this weekend legally in the country where the league is played. You cannot watch the best team in Scotland legally in Scotland this weekend. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely and utterly stupid, and apparently next season things are going to change, not regarding the league, but regarding, Amazon, I think, are going to take some of the Champions League matches and Viva play as well. I guess we have to be alternative that there are, we have to be grateful that there are alternatives out there, such as Hezgol, but it's absolutely and utterly ridiculous. And I know nothing can change until the current broadcasting deal runs out, which is like 2025 or something. But whose idea was it? And also I think it's something on the SPFL as well, that they don't let clubs broadcast their matches by themselves to their, I'm not sure, to their own country. They can overseas, but not to their own country. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. And unless you are, one of the lucky 2,000 Celtic fans to have gotten tickets to the match this weekend in Dingwall, you're just going to have to go onto Hezgol to watch it live. It's stupid. It's just, I don't understand why it can't just, this can all be solved so easily, but at the end of the day, it won't, because everyone is trying to get the most bang. All these big streaming companies are trying to get the most bang for their buck, and they are just trying to maximize their much money as possible. It's just modern football. It's becoming a business, and it's ridiculous to see. I utterly despise it. The normal working class fan cannot afford it to watch their team play in modern football. It's impossible. They cannot afford to dedicate that much money per year or per month to 3 or 4 different streaming services. It's just stupid. It's taking away what football it really is, and football is for the fans. And we're just slowly and surely moving further and further away from that. Mini rant over. That has taken a hell out of me, but mini rant over. Now, we're going to move on, but that's something I had to get off my chest, definitely, and I'm sure a lot of you will have a lot of opinions on that, so leave that in the comments below. But moving on, we are going to talk about James McCarthy. Now, I didn't think it was possible to get rid of James McCarthy. He was signed a 4-year deal. I thought he was going to be here for the whole 4 years. But it does seem that some of the Celtic fans' wildest dreams do and will come true. The 31-year-old boyhood Celtic fan, I might add, is set to leave the club, with a lot of championship clubs rumoured to be interested in his services. Now, look, with the options we have at the moment and who can play that defensive mid role, Callum McGregor, our captain, he will not be moved. You have Yusuke Itaguchi available, not just right now, but he will be available, and also Aaron Moy. There's no way McCarthy gets game time. It is impossible. It sucks, but that is football. And look, hopefully he can get his career back on track. He just doesn't have the pace or the ability to play in an Ange Postecoglou midfield, and that is the harsh reality of it. And, I think he'll be happy. He got to play for Celtic, his boyhood club. I would have liked to see him get a goal. I think that would have been, the icing on the cake, but you can't have everything. And I'm sure he'll be content with playing for Celtic, And finally, I was going to talk about Champions League and the usage of the semi-automated offside technology, but I think you guys have heard enough of that recently. I think that's been doing the rounds all of yesterday, so I will not bore you with that. Firstly, though, I do want to say a big congratulations to Dundee United for their win over AZ Alkmaar. Great for Scottish football, great for the coefficient points. Like I said, it's a win overall for Scottish football, and what would be even better is if Dundee United go ahead and win the tie as well. and then they'll just have one more tie, I believe, until Conference League group stages, which they can hopefully make. I'll be cheering them on. But lastly, Liel Abada, the kid absolutely loves Celtic. Can't really call him a kid anymore, he's 20 years old anyways, but he does appear to be enjoying it here. Although he may not be the first choice winger at the moment for Celtic, I think there is a clear and definite argument to start him against Ross County. Anyways, he outlined who has been most influential for him during his time at Celtic so far, saying, "The manager is so important for me because he gave me all the confidence that I needed last season. Nero was a big brother for me. I could speak with him about everything. He helped me a lot last season. We speak a lot, FaceTime. I wish him and his family all the best. I really love him, and I miss him." And for Liel, last season he was an absolute breakout of a star. He had his dips in form, which aren't to be ignored. It's understandable, but when you're first in a new country, you're not expected to be on top of your game for the whole season. But I have to make special mention to that period, that couple of months after the winter break ended. He was scoring a couple goals, then he scored that absolutely invaluable late winner against Dundee United. And I said in my Glasgow Derby preview, just before it, I was like, when a player is on form, he is the most dangerous player on the park. And that is Liel Abada right now. And you know what he did? He went and he scored the sucker punch in that match, in the 3-0 win. And he just left Borna Barisic on his arse. And it's as simple as that. And look, I quite like Liel Abada. I think what he can do with the ball at his feet, he's only going to get better with. And I think he has a lot of devastating pace on the ball. He may not be as quick as Dyson Maeda offer and may not have the pressing game as Dyson Maeda, but I think he offers a lot more when he is on the ball than Dyson does. And adding to that, I believe Jota is our most effective left winger at the club. I think you have to play him there. If you don't, you're making a severe mistake. And in all honesty, I'd start him there against Ross County, and I would start, Liel Abada on the right wing. I think that is a very possible two wingers we could be seeing against Ross County on the weekend. And don't be surprised if we see Giakoumakis start as well. Is it Giakoumakis or Giakoumakis? I say Giakoumakis, but I hear so many people say You know what? That's a whole nother debate. Is Giakoumakis or Giakoumakis? Leave it in the comments below. But that is all from me. So if you guys did enjoy the video and if you enjoyed the rant at the start about the streaming services, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave in your comments below on any thoughts and matters regarding anything I spoke about in the video. And until next time, hail, hail.